Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very, very special round 3, the final online round of the Rotax Sim Racing Challenge Asia. And we're taking them on a wild journey down to the northern part of Norway and Baskerud, based on a real track, Königsberg. But this has been changed around by Reza a bit with a fantasy track.
A bit.
Yeah, a fantasy layout with every single possible famous corner that they have been able to find. I'm your host, Max Palmer, and with me in the studio today is Inche Budi.
Yeah, Max, today we're going to see another battle, 2 race of the Rotax Sim Racing Challenge Asia. This is the final race, actually.
Yes, the final 2 races of the championship is going to decide who are we going to send. Which one of our drivers are we going to send to the final? And remember, you guys at home have a chance to join in the fun as well. So do check that out as well. In the meantime, a special thanks goes out to our sponsors right at the top of the show. Thanks to our main sponsor, Amprex Racing Services, along with the organization by Adrenaline Impact and Vertex Esports, and our media partners Galeri Kereta. And thanks as well to Martini, Pepsi, Tourism Malaysia, Chuti Malaysia, Lada, JW Sports, Holiday Villa, KLIA TV, Amprex Motorsports, Ceramic Kart Lubricants, Morac Adventure Park, Rotax, and Mojo. So this is going to be a super amazing race.
Well, Max, we are looking for top 10 of this league, and we will bring them to Morac Go UTAMA for an online race event. This is an experience from sim racing. Have a very good real life experience for the go-kart race scene.
Absolutely, as it is going to be very special. We're taking drivers who've never been racing before, take them from the sim racing world. These guys are experts in sim racing all throughout Asia and all throughout the world. Some of our top drivers have been doing Le Mans 24 virtual. They've done iRacing, Daytona 24, Sebring 12 hour, even a couple of runs in Indy as well. So you can tell there is a stacked field, but almost none of them have ever actually done karting. This, I think, is the first for Asia doing a sim karting tournament of this level. 3,000 ringgit prize pool and a chance to go to the greatest kart race of Malaysia, the Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival in Langkawi. So this is how it's going to work. By the end of tonight, we will know who the top 10 are from our online league. And of course, we will match them up with the top 10 from the I am a #Rotax Racer challenge and send them on to Morac Go UTAMA Grand Finals, evening of December the 4th, I believe.
December the 4th, yeah.
Yes, and the winner of that race overall gets a paid trip for 2 to the Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival in Langkawi. The greatest kart race in Asia is back, 9th to the 11th of December 2022, organized by Amprex Motorsports. The Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival will once again return to Langkawi, and it is going to be an amazing event. I've seen the entry list, and it is stacked.
Max was like, oh, this is a very high kind of race. So they will have for those who are at home, you can join us by post and win challenge that we have been promoting, which is the tell us why you are a hashtag. Okay, no, remember the hashtag, okay? Yeah. Hashtag Rotax Racer. So tell us why you are a Rotax Racer, and you will win a seat to a race with together with the sim racing league champion.
Absolutely. There's still a few spots available, and we're tracking those likes and follows very closely indeed. It is quite a tough competition out there right now. But do tell us why you are a Rotax Racer and stand a chance to win a seat at the Rotax Sim Racing Challenge Asia Grand Finals at the Morac Go UTAMA on the 4th of December. And I believe I can report that the 5 copies of Automobilisted 2 have already been taken care of.
Oh, that was a good news.
Yeah, so absolutely.
They can have a try when we talk about oh, this game is really good. This simulation is really precise and very well, really good. But then they don't have the urge to try. But now they have the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if special congratulations to all the guys who got that game. But remember, the big prize is still up. That trip to a free race, free entry fee with helmets and everything else provided at the Morac UTAMA racetrack. That's going to be absolutely amazing stuff indeed. But of course, we're going to have a look at the main point of contention this evening, which is the championship standings. And my word, could not be any closer right now.
Ooh.
Remember, there's 20 points, perhaps 24 points in store. So Lee Kachun still very much catchable there. 4 points between himself and Muazzam Zairi. So Muazzam trying to tackle him after round 2. They were, remember, equal on points coming out of round 1. So this is really going to be very, very interesting stuff at the front of the field. Of course, Jay Wong and Kamal Ali still have a chance there. A little bit more of an outside chance, but again, never say never. It's been a hectic last few races, and I think the temperature is only going to go up.
Yeah, Max, and this is gonna be a really, really tight point between Muazzam Zairi, Lee Kachun, and Jay Wong. Not to mention Kamal Ali in behind.
Yeah.
If anything happened between Lee Kachun and Muazzam Zairi, Jay Wong or Kamal Ali will bring the championship point. Will lead the game.
Absolutely. And of course, further back, we have the battle between 5th and 6th place Hazmi Hamidun and Hisham Ahmad, now down to 1 point. So the Adrenaline Impact midfield battle is definitely going to be on.
It's still on.
Absolutely. And further on behind, we have Eke Shabirin in 7th, Rahimi Hang in 8th, Amirul Adli in 9th. Berry is doing quite well for himself, moving up 1 position from the last week. And Maba Akmal there in 10th place. And of course, a few other drivers yet to score a point there, but we do know some of them are in the race. So this is going to be very interesting to see if they can try and challenge for that top 10 position.
And let's see what is their strategy for this track, which is a really, well, I would say it's kind of technical with a lot of elevation change.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the big thing with this track here. Baskerud here in Norway, a virtual track based on a real location. 1.5 kilometers, 22 turns around the racetrack there. As we come around the start finish line, this is roughly what Königsberg used to look like, but we turn right instead of left and go up the hill here. Fantastic section there, really reminds me of the Nürburgring, going around that opening turn 1 and turn 2. Now we snake down the hill and into this absolutely committed turns 3 and 4. Very, very difficult into these S's here, all downhill of course, which means the braking is going to be critical for the hairpin at the bottom of the hill. Now climbing back up the hill there, you climb up through there, you have to use as much of the track as possible, but if you use too much, you can get a cut penalty. A cut track penalty. Now going over the hill here, this is the bit where, as you were saying earlier on, it really does feel like Bathurst. You go over the top of the hill and down this absolutely stunning S's going down the hill here, all about maintaining momentum and controlling the weight shift of the cart there before coming down to this long right-hander, which you can almost take flat out and really push over the chicanes there before the final few corners of the lap there. Very, very high speed stuff towards the end of the lap. Very, very slow and technical up at the top of the hill here. It's going to be a real challenge to see who's got the best setup.
Wow, Max, Buskerud, it's really amazing. It looks great. The landscape, the way it feels, the track itself, it's like combination of everything that best in every single track. And put it in one place.
Absolutely. This is an amazing place to host the race, and definitely something that we'll be looking forward to very much indeed. Now, just having a look here, we are about to head into qualifying there, but before we do, there might be just a minute or so if I could find some of your comments. We've got ourselves a nice, wonderful little tab here. And there we go. We have the first comment right now, Zero Blinker. Hello, Max and Booty. Hello, Zero Blinker. And we also have a few there. Master Seth, just before he comes into the qualifying session there, enjoy. So he's about to have some fun as well. So this is going to be quite interesting indeed. So yeah, without further ado, we're about to head into the track there. But just do remember, of course, that you have a chance to enter the UTAMA finals with the hashtag I'm Rotax Racer, and the post with the most likes get a chance to go to the final.
It's easy. Just post.
Yes. Tell us why you are a hashtag Rotax Racer. So now we are about to head off into the track right now, and yep, there we have it, live pictures there. 6 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the qualifying session. Lee Ka-chun's already done a 1 minute 1, which is very quick around this track here. I'm not sure if we'll see a 1 minute flat. If we can break the 1 minute barrier, it's going to be big for this track, because that's where the lap record was before.
Yeah, I believe the lap record was 1 minute and something, 50 something, I think. I can't remember that, but that was definitely the world record for this corner. Sorry, for this track.
Yeah,
that was the lap record for this track. So now Muazzam Zahri, here we go. He is riding this go-kart like a horse.
Yeah,
it's really wild.
Absolutely, he's throwing them over the curbs with absolute abandon, and you have to. This is one of the few tracks where you really do want to take a go-kart over the curbs there, but of course go-karts don't really like curbs. As soon as you touch it, the back end wants to kick out, the front end wants to kick out, your steering's all messed up. But if you get the line right and you use the curbs to the best advantage, you really can have a fantastic run down the hill there. A lot of time to be gained by being brave at this track.
Yeah, Max, but we know that go-kart is not a curb-friendly kind of kart, a kind of ride, you know. It's really hard for them to keep track of the way that they drive, how aggressive they are, how precise they are in the steering input in terms of getting in and out of the track, getting in and out of the corner, which is when the curbs came into the place.
Yes, absolutely. They can be your friend and they can be your enemy as well. Lee Ka-chun's gone 101.155, improving on his lap time and really trying to lay claim to that pole position there. Muazzam Zahri has improved, but he's still 0.2 of a second behind. And Hazmi Hamidun doing very well for himself to gain third position right now. Morac Go Kart Track UTAMA. We can't wait to see the top 10 races at our track. Let me tell you something, we can't wait for it either as well. So we're watching these guys going around there. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock. We're looking at Rahimi Hang in 7th position there, 105.087. You really see a lot bigger of a gap around this track there, but with 22 corners, that is a lot to master in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, this track is really twisty. You can see how twisty it is when you see the map layout just now. But they are trying their best to fit in and be competitive as they can, especially with this kind of setups. Well, like you said earlier, they doesn't have that much time to practice in this track. But right now, be it or be square, be there or be square kind of situation where they have to take the risk. They have to do something just to make sure that they will be still on the top 10 list.
Absolutely, and now we have a new pole position man, Muazzam Zahri, 101.009. What an amazing lap time there from Muazzam Zahri from Gaskun. I'm sure all of his fans are going to be up and roaring right now. 1.5 tenths of a second ahead of Lee Ka-chun right now, and so close to breaking into the 1 minute flat range. This is going to be incredible stuff indeed. We are right at the sharp end of the field right now. We're going on board with Muazzam Zahri, aka Gaskun, as he climbs up the hill. Meanwhile, we see that Lee Ka-chun's going to try again, and he's done a 101.078, 700ths of a second behind Muazzam Zahri. That is an incredible lap time as we speak there. Hazmi Hamidun, aka Master Seth, is still in 3rd position. Kamal Ali still in 4th place. They're still battling it out to try and see if they can gain any positions there. But unbelievable driving there from Muazzam Zahri to get that lap time.
Well, if I am Master Seth, or aka Hazmi Hamidun, I'm gonna love this track. This track feels a lot like a Toge kind of feelings around it, with a really twisty and a big elevation change. It's really remind me of a Toge kind of track.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a track where I think the guys who were brought up driving on AC on those mountain passes on the sim, of course, not in real life, but the weight transfer and weight management that you learn from doing that sort of stuff is really going to come in handy here. Hasmi Hamidun, he has improved a little bit. I think that's 102.737 there for his lap time. And look at that, Muazzam Zairi, Gascon's done a 1 minute flat. 1 minute 0.884 second lap time. 60.884 seconds there for Muazzam Zairi. Unbelievable lap time.
I wonder if he can push that kind of time in the race pace. That's gonna be really, really big difference.
That will be absolutely stunning if they can manage to do it. But I mean, the tire degradation is going to be the highest at this track with 22 corners in a lap, and we're still expecting a 15 lap race, give or take. Depending on the race conditions, of course. But as you can see there, Rahman coming across the line there in 9th place, still trying to improve on the lap times there. Again, pushing very, very hard indeed. All these guys are fairly quick. I don't think Rahman's actually managed to get a clean lap in just yet, but it's really difficult around this track.
With 1 minute left in this qualifying session, right now we can see Muazzam Zairi with 1 minute mark, and behind him, just a few, not even a second behind.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Lee Ka-chun. And behind Lee Ka-chun, we have Hasmi Hamidun. This is going to be a tight battle between Muazzam Zairi and Lee Ka-chun.
Yeah.
And Hasmi Hamidun with Kamal Ali, it's going to be another tight battle between them.
Absolutely. And even further behind there, we see that Mohamed Akmal and Hisham Ahmad there. Yeah, 5th and 6th place is going to be a very interesting battle as well. They're battling in the championship, and they're also battling out there on the track. So this is going to be interesting. That's going to determine their positions there.
They have their own rival for each part.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the tail end of the grid there, Rahman 108 along with Mamakali as well. So there we go. Morac Go Kart Track, UTAMA just commented there. JW Sports, the official Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival merchandise manufacturer.
That was really good.
Oh, yes.
So right now, Lee Ka-chun, 22-second lap, and he is trying to pull every single things that he has right now just to make sure that he can overtake the pole position from Muazzam Zairi.
Yes, we're going to see if he could come across the line and finish that lap there. He's only got a couple of seconds left. He will be allowed to finish this lap. Coming across the line, let's see if he manages to do it. He is unable to do so. Muazzam Zairi takes the pole position there for race 1 here at Baskerud. Lee Ka-chun in 2nd position there, and Hasmi Hamidun in 3rd. And as you can see there, some of the drivers completing their laps and backing off as the time is up. We're going to head back to the studio there and wait for these guys to begin gridding up. But that was a spectacular
Well, Max,
qualifying special.
I was actually quite amazed how long was Baskerud race.
Yeah.
When we see it on the map, it was like, okay, it won't be that long.
Yeah.
But 1.5 kilometer with 22 corners actually make a lot of difference between Baskerud and the last track that we played.
Yeah, absolutely. It does feel like you're driving around a mini Grand Prix track.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of things that a lot of racetracks or karting tracks don't quite get that feeling there. But this does that beautifully. It does sort of remind me of Langkawi circuit in that it does feel like you're running on a big track where you could really push the kart to its limits there. Muazzam Zairi there saying, Penat.
Yeah,
very,
course,
very tired after that.
22 turn, it's really challenging for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, now we're going to head over to the grid there. Muazzam Zairi, again, as we saw, 1 minute flat. 1 minute 0.884 there for first position. Lee Ka-chun in 2nd. Hasmi Hamidun, aka Master Seth, in 3rd with Kamal Ali in 4th.
In the 5th place, we have Muhammad Akmal, and the 6th place, we have Hisham Ahmad, Ika Shabin Hassan, and Rahimi Hang with 7 and 8th place.
Yes, and we have Afiq Fadlan in 9th, followed by Muhammad Khalik in 10th place, and Amirul Adli, aka Berries, in 11th, rounding out our field for this race. This is going to be a very special race indeed. Now, as the karts are beginning to grid up onto the track very, very shortly, all that remains to be seen is how is this race going to turn out. I think there's going to be quite a lot of drama, quite a lot of action, especially in the opening laps.
Yeah, it's quite different, you know. The way it feels, the track itself, it's quite big.
Yes, it is very, very big indeed. Barry there, good luck, all the best.
All the
as
best,
we're
yeah.
about to head out onto the track there. That's going to be some pretty special stuff. All the guys are actually got their phones on the rigs there, ready to go. But here we go. There's the start of the race there, and we're going to head on down towards turn 1 there. Lee Ka-chun managing to get the whole shot there. Muazzam Zairi has fallen back into second place. Kamal Ali's managed to get himself up into third position. Hasmi Hamidun in fourth, but Kamal Ali spins out. Kamal Ali spins out. I'm not sure if there was contact there between Kamal Ali and Hazmi Hamidun there, but it looks like there has been a little bit, and Kamal Ali's dropped out to 7th position there. Meanwhile, Lee Ka-chun's managed to gain that whole shot and overtake the pole position man and get himself up into the lead place. But Gaskun there, Muazzam Zairi is getting closer and closer behind. Unbelievable stuff here right now. As we can see there, a real step change in the regular positions there. So there we go. We just saw there Rahman. That was in fact Afiq Fadlan Abdul Rahman.
Yeah.
The name was a little bit too long, so they just truncated it a bit. So Afar there is in fact the man in 6th position right now. That does explain me looking through the entry list earlier on there. But yeah, right now we have Lee Ka-chun in 1st place, Muazzam Zairi in 2nd, and Hasmi Hamidun in 3rd position. A real change from the grid.
Yeah, Max, the weather for this track looks a bit cool. It's not as hot as the last time that we played in Interlagos.
Yeah.
It's really hot, but this track, it's really cool. So it's quite challenging for those karts to warm up their tires, you know?
Yeah, the opening few laps has seen a lot of drama there. Of course, further behind we saw a little bit of tangling as well going through that section. It'll take a couple of laps, I think, to warm the tires up. But the good thing is, with a cooler track surface, they should be okay. They should be able, in fact, to keep going for quite some time on these sets of tires.
They can try to drive with a really aggressive line.
Yes.
Or maybe do some aggressive overtake without worrying their tires.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be... Oh, look, there's a spin there. And that's Afar, who's gone off backwards there. That's given another position there to Kamal Ali, who's managed to get himself up into 5th position. We saw all sorts of karts going around there. We do apologize for the slight glitch. Normal service will be received. But that was an incredible maneuver there. Afiq Fadlan doesn't make a lot of mistakes there, but you can tell that Kamal Ali was putting a lot of pressure behind him.
Yeah, and the way Kamal Ali tackled that, avoid that incident was actually really good. Afiq Fadlan trying to avoid any people, collect any people, you know?
Yeah.
But, well, as per we know, Kamal Ali is one of the experienced driver, one of the seasoned driver. So he managed to avoid the incident. It's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we can see there Muazzam Zairi, meanwhile, is the man chasing after Lee Ka-chun for the lead of the race there. I think the gap between himself and Master Seth has opened up quite a bit there. Oh, there looks like they've gone a little bit sideways there, side by side through them. Muazzam Zairi trying to go in around the outside, not quite able to do so. Will he be able to line up an overtaking maneuver coming out of the final corner there? He tries to go really wide out onto the AstroTurf and the tarmac on the exit of the corner there. But you can see there Lee Ka-chun sliding the car a little bit around there. It looks like he's oversped a little bit. This is really starting to become a very high-speed game of chess.
Yeah, Max, so we can see the different line that Muazzam Zairi tried to take to gain position to bring his best weight transfer technique to this kind of a situation right now. But Lee Ka-chun, he was not back down.
Yeah.
He was on the mission, and I'm gonna stay here as long as I can.
Absolutely. Now we're going to go down this absolute roller coaster of a hill here. Let's see if they can do anything through here. Looks like Lee Ka-chun is just a little bit quicker on the downhill section there. But Gaskun's able to just straight line the chicane a little bit better, get the exit out of there a little bit better there. And he can claim that apex and really close up to the back of Lee Ka-chun here. Will we see another attempt at an overtaking maneuver here coming around the corner there and onto the start-finish straight? And it looks like Lee Ka-chun was just able to keep that car going. They went every single way but straight through there.
Wow, Max, the way that they drive in this track was really scary. They eat every single curb that they see.
Yeah, and then some.
Yeah. It was really scary. And now we have Afiq Fadlan on the 6th place. Behind him was actually Muhammad Khalid. Wow, this was unexpected. But as per we know earlier, there's some incident between Hisham Ahmad, Amir Radli, and a few other drivers that might collect a few drivers with them in the incidents.
Yeah, but absolutely brilliant stuff there from Khalid in 7th position. Managed to close up to Afar as well. So really pushing hard, giving that gap to Rahimi Hang further behind him. Meanwhile, we still have this battle for the lead of the race there that's still going on. This is attempt number, what, 4, 5 right now for Gaskud to try and get past Lee Ka-chun. Muazzam Zairi tries on the inside, tries on the outside, tries a really wide line. So does Lee Ka-chun as well. They are using every single inch of this track. It's like I always say, you pay all of your entry fee, you use all of the track.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Max. You can see how Lee Ka-chun, that was a wide line by Muazzam Zairi over there. I bet he got some damage.
Yeah, it looks very, very bad there. Because you are going fairly quickly through there. You're still doing 50, 60 kilometers an hour. So when you do a bit of a wall ride like that, the problem is you might bend a knuckle, you might bend a steering arm, and affect the wheel alignment, the tracking of the kart, which is super, super important there. And you can see immediately he's lost a lot of time as well with that mistake. Oh, look at that, Lee Ka-chun spin!
Wow!
Lee Ka-chun has spun out of the lead of the race there, and he's now gotten going again. I'm not too sure what happened there. It looked like he just got on the gas a little bit too early, spun right out.
He clipped on the curb.
Yeah.
That is what happened. Oh, he eat too much curb.
Oh my goodness. That can't be too good for his diet there, but that's what we were saying earlier on in qualifying. The curbs are super, super critical here, and they can like you and they can also hate you at the same time there. But that is a huge, huge change there. Muazzam Zairi's managed to get himself up into the lead of the race. This is going to have big, big championship implications as well if things stay this way.
See that? Behind Lee Ka-chun was actually Hazmi Hamidun with 2-second gap between them. Hazmi Hamidun, he is persistent to get towards the top position right now. We know that he got a really good position in the last race, and this race I think I can bet that he is trying his best to catch up to Lee Ka-chun.
Absolutely, he's trying his hardest there. Only 2 seconds between Lee Ka-chun and Hazmi Hamidun right now. We're looking at the battle between Muhammad Khalid there and the driver behind him, Akmal, who's also pushing very hard indeed there. Akmal, of course, he was involved in some earlier incidents, but we know how quick he is. He's already doing 104s there, so he's pushing hard to try and catch up with Khalid up ahead there, but it looks like a bit of a sideways moment there, which stops him, sort of kills your momentum a little bit at this track. If you do have a bit of a sideways moment or something like that, you can see very visually how much that gap increases there. Hisham Ahmad, meanwhile, is further behind, just slowly but surely starting to catch up to this battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have ourselves an Adrenaline Impact midfield battle yet again.
No, today we have all field battle. It's not just midfield. We have battle in front, we have battle in the middle, and we have a battle at the back. Right now, we got 3 different pack with 3 different action. Muazzam Zairi was actually quite far away from Lee Ka-chun with 8-second gap. Will Lee Ka-chun has enough time to get back to Muazzam Zairi with 6 minutes left in the race?
Well, the trick is, oh, look at that. Khalik's gone very sideways there, and he's just lost a couple of positions there. He lost a position to Akmal. Now he has lost a position to Hisham Ahmad. As we were just watching there, Muhammad Khalik got the kart sideways, just a little bit too much power, a little bit too soon. And, these Rotax karts, when they come on cam, they do have quite a bit of a snap to them. Quite a lot of power, in fact, for what they are. And it's fantastic to drive when it's going in a straight line. But when you're going sideways, it can get very, very difficult indeed.
This is not a drift kart.
Yeah,
it's different. the power ratio, it's different. All the gear ratio is different. You know? Yeah. So, well, it's not forgiving for drifting.
Absolutely, not quite the thing I would use anyways. But with 5 minutes and 50 seconds, going back to that earlier point you made, I kind of think that I don't think Lee Ka-chun might be able to... I spoke too soon!
Now he has a chance.
I spoke too soon there. I was just going to say, I don't think it's possible for Lee Ka-chun to catch up with Muazzam Zairi, but in fact he has. The gap is now 1.7 seconds between Muazzam Zairi and Lee Ka-chun. Now it's Gaskun's turn to make a mistake there on the curbs, spun the car right around onto the inside of the track there, and now everything has changed yet again. Lee Kachun has a chance now to try and gain a few points over Muazzam, and this is going to be super critical come to the end of the race there, because there is a chance that, well, he can't take the championship or the online portion of the championship mathematically. He does have a chance at doing it, pushing it far enough away that he can't really be caught if he keeps scoring points in the next race there. So this is going to be critical. Is this the killer blow for Lee Kachun if he can get past Muazzam Zairi?
And that's going to be a big different point between Muazzam Zairi and Lee Kachun. Right now, Lee Kachun with 4 minutes left. Will he make it? Well, he is actually really aggressive in terms of how he drives his kart right now. He trying, and he has been pushing so hard since the start of the race, just to lose Muazzam Zairi. But now he has to chase Muazzam Zairi. This is the table has turned, but Muazzam Zairi, that spun, turned the table again.
Yep, the tables keep turning around here. Pretty soon we won't be able to find out where the legs are. But fantastic stuff indeed going around the track here. 2.7 seconds there. It looks like Muazzam's actually responded after that spin. He must be pushing that kart very fast indeed in order to grow that gap from 1.7 to 2.8 seconds, I think, at this track. In terms of pace there, Lee Kachun has to give second best to Muazzam Zairi. I mean, it's still going to be good for his championship. In order to do a little bit damage limitation, come in second and keep those points there. But unbelievable stuff in the race here. Let's have a look at this battle, however, with Afar and that is Akmal
Muhammad
behind
Akmal,
him.
yeah.
Yes, and Muhammad Akmal, they're getting very close to the back of Afik, but of course catching Afik is one thing. Trying to overtake, as you know, as I know, we've raced with him for quite some time. Very difficult indeed. He's going to try around the outside, the long way around, but he manages to make it work there. Fantastic stuff indeed, but he has to cut across the bows of Afar there. That's going to close him up a little bit, but it looks like Akmal's managed to actually get away with that. Muhammad Akmal moving his way up into 6th position. Next target for him is Kamal Ali, but will he be able to catch him?
Well, with 20-second gap, that's going to be hard for him. But that was really a brave move by Muhammad Akmal. I would say a big salute for him. Now, Afiq Fadlan, he might have done some mistake or break early in that corner, because you can see how much power that he lost when Muhammad Akmal tried to overtake him just now.
Yeah, as you know, braking on these karts, super critical, not just when you get on the brakes, but when you get off it as well, because you cannot lose the cam, if you will. I know these are 2-strokes, they don't have cams, but you can't get the engine off song or off the power band in any way, shape or form. So, you know, you have to keep that apex speed up as high as possible. Eka, meanwhile, he's having the race of his life there. Eka Shabirin Hassan in 4th position. This must be one of his best runs in the this championship so far. I think this is at least 2 places higher than what we've seen before. And lapping very quickly as well, 103.907 there. Brilliant stuff indeed, but he does have some pressure from behind from Kamal Ali. We saw him lose out all those positions at the start of the race, and he's managed to claw his way back. Definitely a real drive of the day candidate there. Fantastic stuff indeed from Kamal Ali in order to get himself back up to 5th place. But now, as you can see, he's going to try and go in on the inside there. A brave maneuver there, but Eka managing to keep the speed around the outside there in order to close off that gap. Coming up towards the braking zone here, diving down the hill. Very tricky stuff indeed. Coming down towards the braking zone here, just a tap of the brakes in order to throw the kart into the corner here and turn it in. Don't need to necessarily clip that apex. Both drivers opting not to, but look at that, Kamal Ali getting closer and closer as the race wears on there. But this is for these 2 drivers and also for the leader of the race, this is going to be the last but 1 lap of the race there. This is almost white flag lap, not quite there yet. Oh, going off the track for both of them, jumping off the curbs there. Eka trying everything he possibly can. We've got these fantastic bumper cam footage from Kamal Ali's kart there, coming down towards the braking zone here. Unbelievable stuff indeed. Both drivers making mistakes, both drivers failing to capitalize, but he's going to try and go in on the inside, not quite able to do it.
Oh,
he's going to try it on the exit there, and he's managed to get through. And I think Kamal Ali had a big, almost a half spin coming out of the corner there, trying to put the power down, but that is Kamal Ali, who's managed to get himself up ahead. Eka, sorry, was the driver that had the big snap oversteer moment on the exit of the corner there, and that's given Kamal Ali 4th position. A brilliant comeback drive from him.
That was really a good drive from Kamal Ali. But the problem is, if he missed that apex just now, he will spun. That was really a risky move. High risk, high reward kind of move. Right now, Muazzam Zari, this is going to be his last lap. I think so, because, yeah, this is going to be his last lap. You can see the countdown is not there already. So, behind him was actually Lee Ka-chun with going to be a 2nd place with 3-second gap behind, and Hazmi Hamidon was on the 3rd place with 50. Wow, the gap between Lee Ka-chun and Hazmi Hamidon is really big. It's like 40-second behind.
Absolutely there. So there we have it. Coming across the line there, it is Muazzam Zari, aka Gaskun, taking home race 1 here at Baskarun. Lee Ka-chun coming home in 2nd place there, despite trying everything, getting the whole shot, getting into 1st position, but Gaskun managing to take the win there. Hazmi Hamidon, fantastic result for him to go into 3rd position, but look at that, Eka is listed as 4th there with Kamal Ali in 5th. We'll check the official results there later on, but that has been fantastic racing all round here in Baskarun. An amazing result.
Wow. Everybody was using all of the track.
Yep.
The track was actually pretty big. I would say the track was actually pretty big for a go-kart. But everybody was using every inch of the track to even to do overtake, or when they are trying to defend, you know. They have like, okay, I'm gonna use from here to end of the track.
Yeah. Every single inch of the track, and most of the runoff area as well, which is quite spectacular
they
stuff.
They eat all
indeed.
the cup. I will say they eat all the cup.
Yeah, they've managed to find the secret source, the secret tire pressure that you need to run curbs at Baskarud, and all these guys are doing a fantastic job to get into that position there. But I think we're going to have a look at the race 1 results there. In a second, but there you go. There is the championship, the race 1 results here at Baskarud. Muazzam Zairi does in fact come home with 12 points there. He's managed pole position, of course, and the fastest lap of the race as well, so he takes home the extra 2 points. Lee Ka-chun there is in 2nd place. Hazmi Hamidon, despite the 10-second penalty, comes home in 3rd place. Eka Shabirin does in fact go ahead of Kamal Ali right at the final bend there, so Eka Shabirin managing to keep hold of 4th place. That's his best result, with Kamal Ali in 5th.
Yeah, and the 6th position is actually Muhammad Akmal, and on 7 it's Hisham Ahmad with 10-second penalty. That was a big penalty. Behind him was actually Afiq Fadlan for the 8th position with another 5-second penalty, and Muhammad Khalik was actually on the 9th place, while Amirul Adli on the 10th place and Rahimi Hang on the 11th place. That was actually a really good race. Absolutely. If I were them, I was like overjoyed, you know.
Yeah, brilliant stuff indeed. We got another comment there from Zero Blinker, who we actually did that stream with, me and Javier, and he's just having a look there. And I have to agree with this. Is that not the best looking track in AMS2?
Yo, hands down, hands down.
Yeah.
This track was amazing. It's absolute beauty.
Yeah. It's so scenic. I just want to go there, even to just walk around the track.
It was like butters at one turn. Feels like a little bit of the numbering kind of feels, you know, into it.
Yeah.
And it's really good. The view, the scenery was just nice.
Absolutely stunning stuff indeed. But there you have it. Of course, the drivers do have one more race, so do stay tuned for that. This Rotax Sim Racing Challenge Asia, supported by Rotax and sponsored by Amprex as well. We are heading down. We will be heading down towards the qualifying session for race 2 very, very shortly indeed. So do stay tuned. This is going to be absolutely spectacular stuff indeed. And now there you see it. Race 2 qualifying has just started right now, and you can see only a couple of drivers have put the lap times on the board there. They're just starting their first timed laps. In fact, a little bit of cold tires still going on here. Muazzam Zairi there, still though, immediately out of the gate with a quick time.
Well, I can see that the weather is different right now. The time of the day it's different, and you can see it's a little bit hot.
Yeah, just a little bit warmer than it was before. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this actually changes how the driver's going to race, because they were able to race very aggressively in round one of this race, or race one of this round, sorry.
It's gonna be taking tolls on their tires, you know. It's really hard to well, with 22 turn in 1.5 kilometers, there's a lot of braking and a lot of twists, so it's gonna be hard for them to keep track of their tires.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, the tire temperatures, but also the brake temperature. Not the brakes, the brake.
The brakes. Yeah. The brake.
Yeah. The single disc brake that you have on the back of these karts right now, as it's set up for the server, really do get a serious punishment on this track there, because you're constantly on and off it quite a lot of time. So I think brake temperature will also take a little bit of a punishment there. But there you see it. Muazzam Zairi has managed to improve his time. He's done a 1:01.372, just a little bit faster there, 9/10 of a second faster than Lee Ka-chun.
Yeah, I really want to see how they tackle all the obstacles of the mechanical when it comes to the different weather and different condition of the track itself. What will happen after 10 lap? That's gonna be a big difference, and it will actually affect the result that we're gonna see tonight.
Absolutely. Now we can see some of the drivers have actually improved their time. Hisham Ahmad managing a fantastic time there. 1:03.745 is not too bad around this track here. Hazmi Hamidun also improving quite a bit. 1:02.781. Of course, we have to keep in mind that track temperature has gone up quite a bit. This might actually be even slowing the karts down. Depending on how those Mojo tires work, it really can be quite...
No, look at Muazzam Zairi's time right now.
Wow.
It's 1 minute and 8:28. He caught his last lap time, you know?
Yeah, he's just managed to get equal his last lap time there, 1 minute flat. So that's a fantastic lap time from there. Lee Ka-chun definitely looking for a chance. Yeah.
The last qualifying was actually 1 minute 8:78, 8:73, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's 8:28. It's 500 over 10 faster.
Yeah. 500ths of a second faster there right now. Of course, a lot of the drivers there not somehow quite able to match their opening qualifying session there, but Muazzam Zairi there, Gascon really putting his mark on the series here. He's trying his hardest there. Kamal Ali going a little bit wide through the corners there and tossing it through the chicanes here, pushing very, very hard indeed in order to get himself up into the top of the leaderboard. Yeah, it's a lot slidier. You can see visually how much more the kart's having to work.
Yeah. It's really different from the way they drive earlier. But, you know, the kart looks really, it's not sluggish, it's a bit slidey. Yeah, it's not that precise and sharp like the last race. But overall, Muazzam Zairi with 3 minutes left in the qualifying, oh my god, that was not intentional.
He wouldn't be too happy about that one. I'll tell you that much. But luckily in qualifying it's not so bad. But I can report that Lee Ka-chun has managed to improve his lap time, but not enough really. 1:01.489. He's still 6/10 of a second behind. And Kamal Ali's managed to improve. He's improved by quite a lot. In fact, he's managed a 1:02.408, pushing Hazmi Hamidun down into 4th place there. So Kamal Ali now in 3rd position, and Masa Seth there in 4th place. Further back there, we can see there that Eka Shabirin is in 6th position there, also doing very well for himself. 1:04.069. Again, very difficult lap time actually to do around here.
1:04 is actually really good, Max.
Yeah.
It's not really an easy track to drive. You know, with the twisty turns and everything, is like you have to hit the curb just to make sure that you bring your weight transfer at the most peak point of it.
Yeah.
That is how you try to squeeze all the performance of this car.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do have to use everything you can. There's not a lot of tools in order to make your kart faster, so it really is down to you. Although there are some things like your seat stays and your axles and things like that. Again, we do apologize for the slight glitch.
Whoa! Ooh, look at that.
Whoa.
Hamidun. He was able to get faster than Kamal Ali again.
This is an absolutely spectacular battle there. He's almost broken into the 101s there. 102.014 there for Master Seth, taking back that third position from Kamal Ali. I think the first lap battle between these two drivers is going to be absolutely amazing.
I think he found his best interest right now. Cut maybe his best interest.
Yeah, it might just be what he's working on.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, we've seen him grow by leaps and bounds throughout the course of the year.
I agree with that.
From driving around on togeys and drifting, he's moved into iRacing, done very well there. He's done very well in Assetto Corsa, going very quickly indeed. And now in the karts here, you can tell he's going very quickly indeed. So I think he's just showing how versatile he is as a driver.
No, he is a natural talent. It's really hard to adapt from one sim to another.
Yeah.
Well, from one different sim, now you are in a different sim with a different kind of race.
Yeah.
This is a different niche.
Yeah.
It's not GT3. It's not anything else, you know.
Absolutely. Can you look at that? There, we have our time is almost up there at the moment. In the meantime, we do want to see about. We do want to tell you about the Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival chance to win there. Tell us why you are a Rotax racer by making a post on Facebook and Instagram, and you can win a seat at the Morac Go UTAMA Finals and join these guys racing on screen right now for your chance to win. And everyone gets half a second to improve. And he has managed to improve his time, but only by a tenth of a second there. Muazzam Zahari takes home yet another pole position. That's another bonus point for him.
Wow, this is gonna be a back-to-back fight between Lee Ka-chun and Muazzam Zahari. Well, I am really excited to see the second race because you can see how slidey the car is. It's really different from the first race.
Yeah, absolutely. You can actually see, and this is a great thing with the Automobilista too, you can actually see the bits of tire, the marbling that's happening. You can see the marbles on the side of the track there, a little bit of debris, which is not going to make their lives a little bit easier. I think we're going to see a different character to the second race here. Perhaps a little bit calmer. The drivers now know where to overtake and where not to overtake there. But I'll tell you something though. The first race, they were overtaking at all the points we didn't think they were going to. They were all overtaking at the top of the hill. I think now we probably will see more attempts, maybe at the chicane or maybe at the final few corners.
I do agree with you on that. Well, back to the comment that we looking just now. Someone said, tak ada ke yang nak share setup untuk Baskerud? It's actually really hard to share a setup, but especially when the kart was actually set up for yourself.
Yeah,
you know, it's different from the way you drive and the way that Max drive, the way I drive. It's different. So we have our own driving attitude, our own driving style. So it actually our setup will be fit to ourselves.
Yeah, that indeed is the case there. Meanwhile, Muazzam kindly has answered Pup Juice there. That's his setup. I guarantee you all the mechanics are looking at that and immediately making changes to the carts. All up and down the pits there. But that's a brave move there from Gascon there. Camber 1.3 toe, 0.2 caster 7. That's a lot of caster.
What's that?
That must be a really heavy steering there from Muazzam Zahari. But he's a fit man. And of course, just a nice bit. The winners of this, the top 10 from here and from the pole position, will get to race in the original RT10 Sodi kart, only available at our track there. But let's have a look at the race 2 grid there. Muazzam Zahari is again on pole position, the only man with a 60-second lap time there, 60.828 seconds. Lee Ka-chun is in second place, followed by Hazmi Hamidun and Kamal Ali in third, and fourth place with Mama Akmal in fifth.
Well, it's like reflecting the first qualifying, which Mama Akmal on the 5th place, Hisham Hamad on the 6th place, Ika Shabir Nasan on the 7th, and Raimi Han. Oh, this guy going up to the place of the 8th place. And now we have Amirul Adli on 9th, Muhammad Khalid on the 10th place, and Afik Fadlan on 11th place.
Yes, in fact, Afif Allan wasn't actually able to finish a good qualifying lap there. He wasn't able to put in a lap time, so he's going to have to start from the back of the grid. They expect a little bit of fireworks from him.
Yeah.
I think he will gain a few positions before the end of the race.
Where he tried to play it safe.
Mhm.
Well, at some point we try to play it safe when we know that something had happened at turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely. As the carts are beginning to line up on the track there, we are waiting for visuals from the server, and we will be ready and go. We are off racing again now, coming down towards turn 1 here. We are on board there with Eka Shabirin Hassan as he tries to climb up towards the top of the hill here. Very, very difficult scenes we're seeing up there. Carts going 2 wide, 3 wide in some places. Down here, it's a very narrow track in some places. This is very difficult stuff indeed. They go side by side. They touch there. I think that was Afar banging wheels there with Berries a little bit there. They bang wheels again, and they have to split themselves apart in order to try and avoid that accident there. But it looks like Berries managed to keep it, but he only kept that position for a couple of laps there. And look at Afar coming out around the outside and up on the top of the hill there, not quite able to cut in on the inside when he had to. Unbelievable stuff from the back of the field right now. But of course at the front we have Wazam Zairi and Lika Chun first and second place, with Kamal Ali in third and Hazmi Hamidun in fourth place.
Wow, that was a good driving style that have changed by Alpha and okay. Well, we got some technical issue there, I think.
Yeah, we will bring you back to the track there, but apparently there's been quite a few accidents further behind the field there, so we're going to have a quick look and see. There might even be a restart there. There was a couple of accidents further back behind, but there was a couple of accidents further forwards as well that has caused them to red flag the race there. So we've returned back to studio there, but you know, I was saying it was going to be a calmer race start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bit off on that prediction.
I was like, okay, the first turn was good. The second turn, wow, that was great. The third, okay, that was nice. But suddenly I was like, hey, what big accident now? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we've had a few incidents there. I think there might have also been a little bit of problems there. We have our guys working hard on the scene. We will get a restart fairly soon indeed. But in the meantime, let's have a look at some of the comments there. SM Hobby is actually bringing up a good point. Much of Kartcraft, you got it.
Yeah, I do agree with
yeah,
that.
it is kind of like Kartcraft, but there's a few differences. Obviously, Automobile Blister 2 is a lot more open-ended. Kartcraft really is like the it's like the R Factor 2 of the karting world. It's super accurate.
It's super accurate.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing the online multiplayer side of that grow.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. But right now we don't have the access to the server.
Yeah. So for
so
now,
we have to use the community server to to do something. So right now we can see that Muazzam Zai told us just now, tangan dah tak ada, man. Well, as per we know, on the second race, it's really physical kind of things, you know.
Yeah,
you have
absolutely.
to counter the steering wheels really hard, just to make sure that you are on the good side of the line. Oh,
yeah,
that's how it is.
Absolutely. You can see there from SM Hobbies that comment, set wheels to 15 Newton meters. That's an exercise, isn't that? That is probably one of the highest torque readings I've ever seen.
Well, you might just go to the gym. That's gonna be a better exercise for you guys.
I wonder if it's cheaper to buy a direct drive sim racing wheel or go to the gym. That's a good question, actually.
It's gonna be cheaper going to the sim. Direct drive is not that cheap, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be that cheap.
Yep. So that'll be interesting stuff indeed. But we are going to go back to the racing in progress right now. We're at lap 2. Right now, they've managed to collect all the parts off the track. They only had a short yellow flag session, in fact. But now we are back up and running again. Hisham Ahmad there is in 8th position, chasing after Afiq Fadlan. Meanwhile, Muazzam Zairi is still in pole position there in the race, still leading the race there, although he has lost time a little bit in lap 2. 102.080. Lee Kachun about half a second faster there. I think Lee Kachun is going to try and push hard. He wants to end this season with a win.
Yeah, Max, I can see a little bit different from the track temperature right now. It's quite colder.
Mhm.
It's not that warm, just like the qualifying session. It might be a surprise for all those racers out there.
Yeah, but you can see also from the track conditions, we've had quite a lot of running today out on track there, and you can actually tell that the track's aged a bit. You can see quite a lot of rubber on the track there. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Lee Ka-chun getting very wide indeed, trying to improve on his time there. He's only 1 second behind Muazzam Zairi, so this is absolutely stunning stuff indeed. It's Lee Ka-chun chasing Muazzam Zairi. We've seen that so often during the course of this championship. It's going to be interesting to see if he's able to catch him for the final race of this season. We're going on board here. And we're also going to go on board with Hisham Ahmad, who's chasing after Mohammad Akmal and Afiq Fadlan further ahead there. And look at that. They're really piling up there. And it looks like Afiq's looking for a way around Rahimi Heng as well. This is a 3-card, 4-card battle for position there. Oh, bit of a wall riding session there from Mohammad Akmal there. Not too sure what happened there, but it looks like he's managed to get past by Hisham Ahmad further back. But right now we're having a look at Afar there. A little bit of contact there from a cart behind that. That's Hisham Ahmad going a little bit too fast into the cart and into the track there, and he's having to have a pushback to get back out onto the track there. But Afiq Fadlan getting very lucky with that. When you have carts touching wheels like that, very often it can lead to both carts being spat off the track. But this time it looks like Afar's managed to get away with it.
That was actually a nice recovery by Afar. I was like, let's not let that. But nevertheless, Hisham Ahmad, that was really unfortunate of him. He was trying his best to catch up to Afiq Fadlan just now, to Afar just now. Now, with behind him was actually Ika Shabirin Hassan, now has catch up to Muhammad Akmal. I think he's gonna do something about it. He's trying left and right. Well, hit and tail, but not gonna make it.
Yeah, not gonna quite make it
Quite
there.
make it, yeah.
But yeah, it looked like he was gonna go left, right, left, right.
What is the best one? Which is the best?
He was trying to, as my old race instructor used to say to me, you can't keep trying to choose 2 racing lines at the same time. It doesn't quite work. But Eka, they're still trying to push hard with Mohammad Akmal there, getting closer and closer. Let's see if he's going to do it again on this lap, coming up towards the top of the hill here, hard braking through there. You could tell Eka has really learnt the way of these cars there. He's going for an aggressive entry with a fairly smooth exit to try and keep the speed up on the kart there. Now he's going to go in on the inside there. He almost goes side by side. We're going bumper cam right now, and oh, look at that. They're getting onto the grass there for both drivers there. It looks like they went okay. Just a little bit of chromatic aberration, I guess, from our server coming through there. Coming down towards the bottom of the hill here. Let's see if he can actually catch back up again, but it looks like he's lost a lot of pace through that section there, and that was pretty it was pretty unfortunate there for Eka, because he looked like for a brief moment there that he had a chance.
Yeah, right now Muhammad Akmal and Rahimi Hang. Afiq Fadlan was actually managed to overtake Rahimi Hang just now. And now he's in the front on the 5th place. With this midfield battle, it's gonna be more and more action. Well, as you can see in front, Muazzam Zairi and Lee Ka-chun, 1 second gap behind. 1 second gap behind him is actually Lee Ka-chun, and Kamal Ali is 5-second gap behind Lee Ka-chun, and Muazzam Zairi was actually in a comfortable position right now.
Yeah, I mean, having a look at that. Meanwhile, in this race right now, we've got carts going left, right, and center. We saw a big switchback maneuver. And trying to get back on. Eka Shabirin has been collected by another kart there. That's going to cause quite a bit of damage to his kart there. But unbelievable stuff there. We saw them chopping and changing positions, almost like an IndyCar race. But in the end, it all had to end in tears there. Very difficult stuff indeed. Rahimi Hang as well has dropped down to 8th position there. Hisham Ahmad's managed to get ahead, and Muhammad Akmal is ahead of him.
There might be something happen between Muhammad Akmal and Hisham Ahmad. You can see the gap between Muhammad Akmal and Alpha right now. It's getting wider. It's more than 6 seconds.
Absolutely, you can tell from the pace there. 103 plays 106. There's a lot of time being lost there. I'm wondering if they are in fact running towards the end of the tire life. As you can see there, Rahimi Hang taking a different line through the top of the hill there.
Totally different.
I don't think he's actually gained much of a position through there. You can see there, he's actually got the kart a bit dirty. Got the kart tires a bit dirty there, and he's lost all that grip, so he's unable to keep the thing in a straight line. And that's put him right in the jaws of Morac Go, who's right behind in 9th position there, chasing up the field, climbing up the hill here. So that's Kalik there, Rahimi Hang up ahead. Let's see if he can actually catch him through this section there. Rahimi is a very quick driver through here though.
Yeah, now Rahimi Hang, that was not a brilliant choice what you just done just now. Oh, Morac Go is trying left and right again, but well, that was not really... Morac Go didn't really make it over there. Oh, that was a white line by Morac Go. Now Muazzam Zairi behind him was actually less than 1 second. Lee Ka-chun behind. Lee Ka-chun gonna try to overtake Morac Go. Muazzam Zairi, I think on the first turn. That might be the position here.
Yeah, absolutely. 7/10 of a second means that Lee Ka-chun is now in that danger zone for Muazzam Zairi there. So Gaskun's going to be looking behind him and having a look and see if he can actually try and catch up with Lee Ka-chun right now. If Lee Ka-chun can catch up with Muazzam Zairi right now. Get that the right way around eventually. There's been so much battling and so much action in this race there. You can barely keep up.
You can see the difference between the time that Muazzam Zairi and Lee Ka-chun made just now for the last lap. It's actually 1 second gap between them.
Absolutely, it's getting closer and closer right now. I think Lee Ka-chun's giving the big push right now. Lap 9 there, gone. I think it's going to be about 6 laps to go there. Oh, big moment over the curbs there. Both drivers having to go off the track in order to catch those slides. But he managed to keep it going there. 0.3 of a second now after those mistakes for both of those drivers there. This is going to be a big moment coming up towards the final sector and down the start-finish straight there. And they've got lap traffic ahead. This lap traffic might decide the race right here. Look at how close Muazzam Zairi is to Lee Ka-chun there, and we've got lap traffic up ahead. I think that's in fact Afiq Fadlan who gives way there. Brilliant stuff there from Afiq Fadlan. He knew where to go there. He gave the room required there. So a brilliant racecraft indeed from him there. But again, 0.2 of a second. Lee Ka-chun is just getting closer and closer. 5 laps to go, we expect in this race there, coming up towards the top of the hill there, around that corner, and diving down towards the little valley here that connects the 2 hills that make up Baskerud Circuit. And again, up again before we go down this amazing roller coaster section here. And you can see, I think Muazzam Zairi has the upper hand going downhill through these high-speed corners there, but everywhere else, Lee Ka-chun just seems to take this a few tenths every lap. And it's now going. He's running out of tenths between first and second place. This is for the race lead. He's looking to the left. He's looking to the right. He's looking for any single possible way to try and go past here. And will he go in on the inside? Will he go in on the outside? He's going around the outside there. Muazzam Zairi defending on the inside, but he manages to keep the speed around the outside there. They go on the grass, and Lee Ka-chun on the grass there trying to get past Muazzam Zairi, unable to do so, coming down towards the next braking zone here. What is he going to do next? He tries to drive it in deep there, but Gaskun managed to keep that car really tight towards the apex. And again here as well, brilliant defensive driving there from Muazzam Zairi, but Lee Ka-chun is definitely on the attack.
Wow, Muazzam Zairi, that was really a brilliant choice of line that he made just now. What just happened? That was really a brilliant line just now by Muazzam Zairi. You can see his defensive line was actually on point. He blocked, he's not blocking, that is the term, sir. Yeah. He defend every single possible way that Lee Ka-chun can overtake him. I was like, not here, not there, not now, and never. I'm gonna win this race. That is the determination that Muazzam Zairi has for this race.
Absolutely there. Now we see the battle between Rahimi Hang and Eka Shabir. Eka getting really close to the back of Rahimi right now. They're going to go side by side. He in fact takes to the grass in order to try and overtake there. But Eka managing to make that maneuver stick. That's an unbelievable bit of driving there. A bit of opportunist driving from Eka. I don't know how he kept that kart in a straight line going across the grass like that. And that's in the braking zone as well. So he's trying to slow down and drive and go rallycross racing in his kart, which is not quite the best thing to do coming around here. I don't think it's really to be advised to go rallycrossing in the kart.
That was actually really aggressive in this track. I can see the difference between that last race and this race. They was like, okay, I don't care. Whatever happened, I just need to win. Because this is the last race, you know?
Yeah, and now we got lap 12, 3 laps to go there. Another back marker up ahead, holding up Gascoigne just a little bit there. He's going to go around the outside. Let's see if he can get an outside cam of that. Unbelievably, they're going to go side by side, going around the back marker there. They're still going to go side by side, coming down towards the braking zone here. They touch, they go off the track there, but look at that. Gascoigne managing to keep that kart ahead of Lee Ka-chun by hook or by crook. They touched, they went off the track. Lee Ka-chun tried every single possible way to go past, but Gascoigne was still able to keep ahead. Well, there's defensive driving and then there's Gascoigne.
Wow, that was actually really, really good. Lee Ka-chun was actually trying to overtake at the right time, Max. That was really good decision-making movement by Lee Ka-chun. What happened suddenly? Morac in front. What happened? Morac in front.
So that's Muazzam there. Yeah, he's in first position right now. Lee Ka-chun is in second place, but Kamal Ali's in third right now. So Muazzam Zairi there in first place. 2 laps to go. 1 second gap between these two drivers right now.
That was unbelievable, Max.
We're still trying to gather ourselves. That is perhaps the best bit of defensive driving I've ever seen in my entire career. Not just as a commentator, but as a driver, as a race mechanic, as a karter, as everything. That has to be one of the best bits of driving. Lee Ka-chun, all props to him. He tried absolutely everything to overtake.
Every single thing. He tried every single thing. But wow, this is gonna be a last lap, I think.
Yeah, this is absolutely. We're coming up towards 1 lap to go there. White flag is being showed around the track right now. Meanwhile, Hazmi Hamidun a little bit further behind there. They've opened up. This is how fast the leaders were. First and second place, less than a second. Third place is now 14 seconds behind, and fourth place is now 20 seconds behind the leaders.
In the 14th lap, Lee Ka-chun has 1 more lap to go to make sure that he can overtake Muazzam Zairi. Will he do it in that 1 lap?
Well, let's have a look here and see. We'll just join up. Whoop. There's just a little bit of a glitching error there. There you go. Lee Ka-chun, as he is supposed to be seen out there on track, going around the top hairpin there and diving down towards the bottom of the hill here. And as you can see there, he's chasing behind. He's behind Kamal Ali at the moment there. But we don't think that that's correct. I think that might be a timing glitch on the screens there. Just a bit of last-minute drama there. But Muazzam Zairi is in first place. And now we have Lee Ka-chun is in second place, in fact. And he's going to come across the line. And it's Muazzam Zairi, a double for Gascoigne there. He's won race 1. He's run 1 race 2.
He made it.
And yeah, brilliant stuff indeed from Gascoigne there. That was some spectacular stuff indeed, although I'm sure that the stewards are going to have a look at a few things throughout the course of the race there.
There's quite a lot of incidents.
Quite a lot of things. I think the stewards meeting are still they're still discussing stuff. We can see movement there in the stewards room from our position in the commentary booth there, but as soon as they wave that piece of paper for the man to bring it to us, we will tell you what the results are. But before we do that, we'll have a quick look at the comments there, coming down towards the end of the race there. And there we go. There is Samri Ahmad. Awesome stuff. Yes, indeed. Samri Ahmad twice.
Yeah, Samri Ahmad twice. Yeah, that was actually awesome. Awesome. The way that they drive. Wow, for this last race, It was really amazing. They drive like their life depends on it, you know?
Absolutely. They've actually now gone back into the pits there, and we can see a comment there from Kamal Ali as it was passed to us earlier on. He's driving with the force right now. He's had to use a lot of force throughout the course of the race there. Incredible stuff indeed there. And SM Hobbies, of course, best, memang best.
Of course.
Yes.
I would say it's the best.
It has been the best race there. Everything that can happen has happened in the race, including a few graphical glitches there. So we do apologize for that. But an amazing race from everyone, and that is it for the championship. The drivers have done all they possibly could, and I think now we can bring you the results fresh out of the office there. And it looks like there has been a change. In fact, Lee Ka-chun is now in first position. Muazzam Zairi is in second with a 5-second penalty. Now, of course, on the road, Muazzam Zairi came home in first, with Lee Ka-chun in second place. But because of that 5-second penalty, he now
that
finishes.
was the incident when they are side by side.
Yeah, when they were side by side and they went off the track there, and there was contact there. Of course, the stewards have decided that Muazzam Zairi deserved
caused the contact.
Yeah, caused the contact, and he's got the 5-second penalty. I don't think he would be too annoyed about that. They would not have changed the outcome of the championship, I can tell you that much. Lee Ka-chun takes home the final race win of the season. Muazzam Zairi in second place, Kamal Ali in third, with Hazmi Hamidun in fourth position, and Nafiq Fadlan in fifth.
And the sixth position, we have Muhammad Akmal. And the seventh position is Hisham Ahmad. Behind him, Ika Shabir Nasan with 10-second penalty was actually on the 8th place, and on 9th place it's Rahimi Hang. On the 10th place we have Muhammad Khalid, and behind him, and in 11th place we have Amirul Adli.
Yeah, absolutely. The pole position goes, extra point goes to Muazzam Zairi, and the fastest race lap time goes to Lee Ka-chun. So that is an absolutely spectacular race indeed. Lee Ka-chun not only winning the race, but getting that fastest race lap time bonus point has really helped his championship come along indeed. So we'll see if we can actually look at the final standings for the championship there. And in the online standings, Lee Ka-chun comes home with a total of 58 points, taking the online win at the Rotax Sim Racing Challenge Asia. So congratulations to him. Muazzam Zairi was second by only 2 points
behind. Wow, that was really close. And behind him we have Kamal Ali with a 31 point. And Hazmi Hamidun, wow.
Yeah,
on
brilliant
the
stuff.
Fourth position for the championship.
Yeah.
He got 27 points. That was really good.
Yeah, and in fifth place we have Jay Wong with 25 points. Again, a good fight there between Hazmi Hamidun and Jay Wong. Jay Wong was in contention at the start of the season, but unfortunately wasn't able to do a couple of the races there, so he's dropped out of the Baskurud round, from my understanding there. But he is in fifth, and we will probably see him come up from Singapore. It'd be nice to actually meet him in real life. But I think he will also be in. Hisham Ahmad is in 6th place with 19 points. Eka Shabiri in 7th with 13 points. Muhammad Akmal in 8th with 7 points. Afiq Fadlan in 9th with 5 points. And Rahimi Hang is our 10th and final driver that's going to move on to the finals.
The official offline race
yes.
for them. That was really good. We have 10. We already got 10 drivers for the grand final round at Morac 1 UTAMA.
Absolutely. So we have our top 10 there from the Rotax Sim Racing Challenge Asia online races. So all we have to do now is to get the top 10 from the social media. And we'll combine those two grids, top 10
from social media and top 10 from the sim racing.
Yes, into a very, very special event. But this is the prize pool, 3,000 ringgit up for grabs, plus a fully paid trip for two to the Morac, to the Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival in Langkawi. So first place will get 1,000 ringgit plus that fully paid trip for two. Second place 600, third place 400, fourth place 300, fifth place 200, and 6th to 10th place 100 ringgit each. We now know who's going to take home those prizes, but of course there's still a long way to go. On the 4th of December, we will have our live kart race, and that's going to be pretty spectacular stuff there. We will have a heat for the online races, and we'll have a heat for the social media guys, and the top of those two will go head-to-head. The fastest from those two groups will go head-to-head in a final that will be just worth remembering. The UTAMA Finals there, 4th December 2022, powered by Morac Adventure Park in UTAMA. It will be towards the evening there, so do stay tuned to our Facebook, Instagram, and all of our social media, and of Morac's social media as well, for more details as to when the race is going to happen. And for all of the competitors, all the details will be in Discord as to the schedules and the rest of it. So do stay tuned to your Discord channels there, and we can't wait to see you in Morac UTAMA.
Yeah, I do have a chance to read some of the comment, Max. When they have finished the race, they say, "Oh, memang penat." It's really tiring for them for the whole race. But I can see how tired they are.
Absolutely, you can see the Imran Zakaria there saying, "This is so amazing." It absolutely is. It's been an incredible race there. Brilliant stuff indeed. Puff Juice there saying, "Thank you, share setup." I know, I'm going to test that setup as well. I'm going to go through and look at the comments there. Muazzam Zairi, their brave maneuver, giving out that session there.
Yeah.
Of course, Ali Berry there, congrats to all the winners. He had a really tough race there, but he's managed to come through, and hopefully we'll be able to see them at UTAMA. And of course, Zero Blinker, can't wait to see all of you guys down there. We'll actually be able to see him in person.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys there too.
Yeah, brilliant stuff indeed there. And of course, Eka Shabirin, probably with what all the drivers are thinking right now. Tanya semua, memang penat.
Congratulations to everybody. It's really tiring.
Yes, absolutely. So Eka is going to be wonderful. I think he has actually made it to the finals as well.
Yeah, he got 7th place, I think.
Yeah, so that's going to be good stuff indeed. We cannot wait to see them out on track. And of course, Kamal Ali just sending us a message. Congrats all.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations there to Kamal Ali as well. He'll be quick in a car, I reckon. So yeah, it's going to be the Sodi RT10 card.
It depends on how they handle this card.
Yeah,
it might be a bit different, but they still have the physics and the mechanical things.
Absolutely, absolutely. There'll be a lot of things that'll be familiar to them from this. Of course, we still have that a few more places left in the finals there. We have a total of 20 drivers. We found 10 from the online racing sphere. Now we need to find 10 from you guys, the viewers at home. Post and win and tell us why you are a hashtag Rotax racer and stand a chance to win a seat to the RSCA Grand Finals at Morac UTAMA on the 4th of December 2022. All you have to do is tell us why you are a hashtag Rotax racer and post it onto Facebook or Instagram. Yes, I've been eating lean chicken all week to get my weight down because I am a Rotax racer.
That was actually good.
Eat well, ladies and gentlemen.
Eat well and eat clean.
Yeah, absolutely. And the winners will get a chance to go to the Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival. The greatest kart race in Asia is happening once again in Langkawi, brought to you by Amprex Motorsports. From the 9th to 11th of December 2022, get there using Langkawi Development's board. Ferry, Lada Ferries, famous part of Langkawi tourism there. You can drive your car right onto the island, and there's some fantastic driving roads as well. And of course, a lot of, Langkawi tourism, it cannot be beat.
Langkawi and tourism. Langkawi dan pelancongan. Langkawi and tourism is actually a good combination.
Yes, and the racetrack is right next to the airport and right next to the beach as well. It's beautiful, the location.
It's another good combination, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
That was punch pack combo.
Yeah, and a special thanks goes out to Pepsi as well for keeping us well lubricated. We've managed to not lose our voice throughout the course of these 3 events. I'm not sure how. But in any case, special thanks to Pepsi there and Martini, Tourism Malaysia and Chuti Chuti Malaysia as well. And special thanks to JW Sports, the official sportswear brand for the Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival there. Special thanks, of course, to LADA, Langkawi Development Authority, And of course to Holiday Villa, KLI ATV, Amprex Motorsports, the organizers of the Rotax Max Challenge Asia Festival, along with Ceramic Kart Lubricants, Morac Adventure Park in Langkawi. If you can't make it for the 9th to 11th of December 2022, you need to book a trip to go and try this kart track out. Trust me, I've been to many, many different kart tracks, and Langkawi is still one of my favorites. And of course, a special thanks to Mojo Tires and of course Rotax for partnering up with us. It's been a very, very special event.
Very special. It's been absolutely a very good event. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's been absolutely stunning stuff indeed, and we have to thank all of the guys who have been working very, very hard with us behind the scenes here. First of all, a special thanks to all the drivers who have put on a brilliant race. I mean, this is 6 of some of the most entertaining races we've ever seen up here.
We can't take our eyes off it.
Yeah. I mean, we had all sorts of things planned within those 15 minutes. If the racing ever got, a little bit slower or anything, that never happened. There's a whole bunch of unused material there. I had a whole comedy routine and juggling and everything else, but we just couldn't fit that in. So thank you so much to the drivers, and thank you to you guys at home. Over the course of this season, it's been wonderful talking to all of you guys there. It's brilliant to listen to all you guys, all the reactions and all the positivity that you guys have put out there. It's been fantastic stuff. So thank you to all of you guys at home. And of course, Imran Zakaria there. Now to feel the real karts and feel thrill in the real world. I agree with you, Mr. Imran Zakaria there. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. Hopefully we'll be able to see you guys down in Morac UTAMA. I can't wait.
That's no word can describe that.
Yeah.
How excited we are.
Absolutely. But that's going to be it from us. A special thanks goes to our director, Carol Alang, and to our director, Umar Aziz, and our producer, Carol Alang, to our soundman, Achap, who unfortunately wasn't able to join us, but he set everything up in advance so that we were all good to go. And of course, Alif Jantan, who's been our go-between between the stewarding and the organization. He's been absolutely fantastic to work with, as well as Javi and Kelvin behind the scenes there, and so many other guys helping us to bring this to the forefront.
Yeah, Max, I do agree with you on that. And thanks to Max,
Yeah.
who has been shouting and talking all the time.
I'm going to go and have a nice lemon tea now.
You don't have enough breath.
Yeah, I don't have enough breath, I don't have enough anything, but it's worth it for all this. And also special thanks to you, Encik Budi. It's been entertaining as always to be commentating alongside you.
Thank you, Max. So that's it for now. We will see you guys on those races. We will see them on 4th of December.
Yep.
So that's all for now, guys. Bye-bye.
Cuti Malaysia.
So, siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah, subscribe. Dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
City lights, kampung lives, you know we have it all. Sandy beaches, sun-kissed skies forevermore. Rediscovering our land and the beauty that surrounds us all. Cuti, cuti.